Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the ancient world to uncover the mysteries and hidden forces behind the rapid rise of the Roman Republic. How did a small city-state along the Tiber River transform into the heart of an enormous empire that conquered much of the known world? What drove the Romans to continuously expand their borders? Today, we'll try to answer these questions by tracing the steps that led Rome to the heights of power. So, sit back and immerse yourself in history with us. Imagine Rome in its earliest days, a small settlement among the hills of Latium, surrounded by forests and swamps, in a region filled with powerful tribes and city-states. Rome's story began as a tale of survival against the odds. In its early years, Rome was often at odds with neighboring groups like the Etruscans, who were more advanced in culture and technology. From the Etruscans, Romans learned about urban planning, crafts, and religious rituals. Even at this early stage, Rome was developing its unique strategy, not just of conquest, but of integration, where every new lesson, every culture it encountered, became part of Roman life. This openness to learning and adapting would become Rome's strength. The Roman army was not just a tool of conquest but the heart of Rome's expansion and a source of immense pride. Soldiers in the Roman army underwent a rigorous selection and long years of training, building endurance, discipline, and an unwavering spirit for battle. Each Roman soldier knew that their success depended on discipline, their most cherished value. The legions trained in precise, effective maneuvers like the famous tortoise, testudo, formation, where soldiers lifted their shields to form a protective shell against incoming arrows. This formation was one of many innovations that gave Rome a significant advantage in battle. Even amidst the chaos of war, the Roman army remained orderly and cohesive. The legions were nearly unstoppable, representing not just an army but a community of people united by a shared purpose. As the Romans expanded their vision beyond the lands of Latium, they saw the strategic importance of trade routes. For example, by capturing Greek cities in southern Italy, Rome gained access to rich resources and maritime routes. These were the first steps in building a network that connected Rome's economic interests with those of its conquered territories. Thanks to these routes, Rome soon became not only a center of military might but also a hub of economic influence, controlling supplies of grain, wine, olive oil, and other crucial products. This economic network allowed Rome to turn conquered territories into reliable sources of resources, fueling the growth of the capital and strengthening its position on the world stage. The Roman Republic had a unique political system that allowed citizens to participate in decision-making. The Senate and consuls governed the state, and many laws, such as the Law of Allies, granted rights to conquered people, making them part of Rome. In this way, Rome ensured the loyalty of conquered peoples, transforming them from subjugated subjects into allies. This created a unique model of expansion where people sought to become part of Roman society, gaining benefits and protection. The policy of flexibility and granting citizenship became one of the pillars that helped Rome maintain unity, despite the vast diversity of cultures and traditions within its empire. In the 3rd century BCE, Rome faced off against Carthage, a powerful maritime state that controlled trade routes across the Mediterranean. The Punic Wars were a true test of Rome's ambition to dominate. The most famous of these conflicts was the Second Punic War, when the brilliant Carthaginian general Hannibal crossed the Alps with an army of war elephants and threatened Rome itself. Yet, even when faced with such a formidable threat, the Romans showed incredible resilience and adaptability, mobilizing resources and rallying the people. They withstood the attack and then launched a counterstrike that led to Carthage's destruction, securing Roman dominance over the Mediterranean. This pivotal moment turned Rome into a true empire, with its territories now stretching far beyond Italy. Romans were wise in their dealings with the cultures of conquered peoples, adopting architecture, literature, and art. Greek philosophy, Hellenistic science, and even elements of religion became part of the Roman world. For example, many Greek gods gained Roman names and were adapted into Roman rituals and festivals. By blending different cultural elements, Rome created a powerful cultural synthesis that helped prevent major rebellions and maintain stability even in distant provinces. This ability to unite and adapt various cultural elements became a defining feature of Rome's legacy, one that would endure for millennia. In the later period, amidst growing social tensions and internal conflicts, Rome introduced reforms to stabilize the state. Leaders like Gaius Marius restructured the military, allowing the poorest citizens to serve, which increased the army's strength. Later, Julius Caesar and other leaders used this new professional army to conquer additional lands and secure their positions within Rome. These reforms built a professional army loyal to its commanders, enabling new conquests and a steady influx of wealth. However, it also marked the beginning of the Republic's fall and the transition to an empire, as the ambitions of powerful leaders began to strain the old political system. We've traced Rome's journey from a small settlement along the Tiber River to a vast empire that conquered much of the known world. The Romans didn't just conquer lands, they created a system that turned conquered territories into parts of a unified society. Rome's military, political organization, and cultural integration became the glue that held the empire together, leaving a legacy that has inspired many generations. Though the Roman Empire fell long ago, its influence lives on in our society and culture. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Make sure to subscribe and stay with us as we uncover more fascinating stories and mysteries from the past.